Have you ever felt hopeless due to life's circumstances? Ever found yourself in a place of emptiness and despair, a figurative load bar, where the land is barren and the word is scarce? Picture for a moment a young man named Mephibosheth. His father was Jonathan, a man who had made a covenant with the great King David. Mephibosheth, however, was crippled, left destitute in the land of Lodabar. Yet the king remembered his covenant with Jonathan and sought out Mephibosheth. When Mephibosheth was brought before the king, he was shown kindness and grace. Despite his circumstances, despite his disability, he was invited to dine at the king's table, a place of honor and abundance. He was restored to a place of dignity and respect, not because of his own merit, but due to the kindness of the king. Perhaps you too have felt crippled by circumstances. Maybe you've been betrayed, lost a business, received a devastating diagnosis, or suffered a traumatic accident. You may feel like you're in your own load bar, a place where hope seems scarce. Yet I'm here to tell you, there's a covenant-keeping God who remembers you. Just as King David remembered his covenant with Jonathan, so too does God remember his covenant with you. He's inviting you, right now, to come out of your load bar and dine at his table. You see, God's love is restorative. Just as Mephibosheth was lifted from his place of despair and brought to the king's table, so too can you be lifted from your circumstances. God's grace is sufficient to bring you out of any situation, to restore you to a place of honor and dignity. Remember Romans 8:17, "Now if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ." This is your inheritance. This is your place at the table. So embrace the restorative power of God's love. Like Mephibosheth, you too can rise from your place of despair and dine at the king's table. God has a seat saved just for you. Don't let your circumstances define you. You are an heir of God, a co-heir with Christ. Your place at his table is waiting. All you need to do is claim it. In conclusion, remember, no matter your circumstances, no matter how crippling they may seem, there's a covenant-keeping God who remembers you. He's inviting you to dine at his table, to experience his restorative love. Like Mephibosheth, you too can rise from your circumstances and claim your seat at the table. It's waiting for you. So go ahead, claim it. You are an heir of God, a co-heir with Christ. Your place at his table is guaranteed. As you claim your seat at the table, it's time to change your posture. How? By immersing yourself in the Word of God. Listen to his message. Let his words resonate in your heart. Faith, they say, comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. So position yourself intentionally. Open your mind to a fresh narrative, a narrative of hope, of prosperity, of overcoming adversity. Remember, God doesn't plan to harm you, but to prosper you. So let his words guide you, uplift you, and bless you. His promises are true, and his plans for you are good. So take heart, and let his word change your posture today. As we continue this journey, remember that you can do all things through Jesus Christ, who gives you strength. Imagine yourself standing tall, fortified by the strength that comes from the Word of God. Envision the impossible becoming possible, the unreachable becoming reachable, the unachievable becoming achievable, all because you have faith in him who promised to never leave nor forsake you. Dwell not on the limitations of the human condition, but focus on the limitless potential of divine intervention. Let the Word of God, which has been changing your posture, now invigorate your spirit. Let the power of faith transform you from the inside out, making you stronger, braver, and more resilient. And as you embrace this newfound strength, remember to share it with others. Spread the Word of God, ignite the faith in their hearts, show them the way to the table, the way to a life of blessings and promises fulfilled. As we wrap up this scene, remember that faith is the currency of the kingdom. It is the key that unlocks the door to your inheritance. So hold on to your faith, nurture it, and watch as it opens doors you never thought possible. God bless you.